Hi, Gary from MrG Shave, back for another Wednesday straight shave. The first one in a fortnight, 2 weeks. Although I shaved most of this lot off on Saturday if you watched it. That was some shave. Hardware, I think this is shave number 61, straight shave number 61. Hardware today, I'm introducing a new bit of hardware after having a chat with Darren Charlesworth. Most of you will know him from the shaving community. He suggested a straight razor, or he was suggested that he was having problems with a straight razor, and I hadn't got it in the den, and it was cheap enough for me to just buy it. And I didn't buy it off him, I bought a brand new one. So that's the razor I'm going to use. But anyway, this is the brush. So it's the Yaqi barber-pole, 24mm. Lovely tuxedo knot, really nice. There's a little, I don't know whether you can see that imperfection there, but that I think is my fault. We'll see if it comes out after, but that's no problem. The bowl, this is my travel bowl if you like. It's the LifeVenture Ellipse bowl from Amazon here in the UK. I love this bowl. I think if it weren't for the Giles bowls, I'd probably only use this. This is brilliant. But yeah, it's got that little sort of flat piece so you can hold it really well in your hand. It's great. The blades, I'm leaving the new bit to the last. The blades that I'm using today are Euromax. Now these actually came with the razor. So yeah, now finally to the razor. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet because it's polished stainless steel. So as soon as you put your finger on it, it leaves a mark. And it is the Parker SRX. So there it is, the Parker SRX. Now Darren suggested that this was a bit too aggressive. At the end of the day, straight razor shaving, whether it's with a cutthroat or a shavette, they're all going to be really aggressive. The only way I would have thought you could alter the feel of the shave is with the blade that you use. So Euromax are pretty smooth, they're pretty good. If this is too rough, then I might try an Astra Green. But really, I stand to be corrected. If this does feel more aggressive than any other shavette that I've got, I'll be amazed. But yeah, okay, so that's the hardware. I'm going to get myself ready for the shave and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, ready for the shave. Let's get the visage hydrated. Oh yeah, lovely. Right, okay, so pre-shave for me today is Aromabar. It's probably, I use this in nearly all of my straight shaves. It's just what I've gotten used to. Oh yeah, very mild scent, green scent I guess. Maybe a bit of bay in it, I don't know, in the background, but it really is very mild scent this, but I do enjoy using it. Right, so the soap today. Wickham Soap Co. Club Cola. Oh, excuse me, one moment. Right, I'm back. That was a scam call. Yeah. I didn't even answer it. I just turned it off. Okay, so here we go. Bit more water. So yeah, Club Cola, one of my favourites. What a scent. Beautiful. It's just like having Coke with lemon in it. Really, really nice. Oh. And look at that for lather. Fantastic. One of the best soaps in my den. This signature, Goodfellas Smile, they're all sort of on the same level in terms of quality. And I mean, out of all of them, this Wickham's is probably my favourite out of them all, but the others are so close. They really are. You know, I've got a lot of other soaps. Sterling is a fantastic soap, an American soap, but Goodfella Smile is Italian. Sterling is British. Wickham's is British. I have to say, I'm dropping soap everywhere. I love all of them, but for me, the Wickham's just seems to sit at the top. That's just my personal taste. So I need to dry my hands, get some of this oil off, because it's with a polished stainless steel razor, it's more important that you don't have any slickness on your fingers. So yeah, so here we go. This is the first time I use this. This really feels like it's well balanced. It's a bit weightier than some of my other shavettes, but I wouldn't say it's heavy. It's I used something similar to this a while back that had been gifted to me by Billy, another subscriber of mine. He used to have his own channel, and he sent me one, and it was a lot heavier than this, but this feels really well balanced. So here we go. So spine down first, bring the blade down. Now I find that really smooth. Really, really smooth. Okay, so from that first pass, oh, that's the old memory line there. From that first pass, that was very smooth using the Euromax blade. Very, very smooth. Very comfortable. So I would say this is interesting because I was expecting this to be a bit different, because Darren said, you know, he found it really aggressive. I think it's probably down to the angle that you're shaving at. You need to be at basically 2 widths of the spine away from the face, and you'll feel the edge. This is very comfortable, very comfortable. Really happy with this. And I think this cost me about £19. I may have been able to get it cheaper, but about £19 is great value for me. I was happy with that. So yeah, first pass, great. Little nicks there. I think I've just managed to open up the old wound, maybe, even if it is 2 weeks old. So there we go. Let's get some more water on the visage. If you haven't watched Del Boy in Only Fools and Horses, that was a series and a half, wasn't it? Anyway, how's your week been so far? It's Wednesday, it means the weekend's approaching now. Although I'm not sure what's happening on this weekend. The weather at the moment has taken a turn for the worse. I mean, you know, the gardens needed some rain, but didn't need the cold as well. It feels really cold outside today. Actually needed to put a jumper on. Oh, this is great. Absolutely great. So, what I'm going to do, I haven't been wiping my blade off. The thing with the shavette, unlike a straight razor, with a straight razor you've got to have a cloth to the side to wipe off the lather. But with a straight razor you can just put it back in the bowl. The only problem with doing that is that when you've been using the bowl to rinse off some of the lather, the water becomes that cloudy that you can't see which end of the razor you're picking up, and therefore you could be picking up the blade end, in which case you could end up with red water. So I still think it's a better idea to wipe the blade off on a cloth, and that's what I'm doing from now on. Okay, so across the grain on this side is straight up. Fantastic. No, I really like this razor. It's as I thought. It's really not down to the razor that it's. I mean, when you get to a straight edge, whether that be a shavette or a cutthroat, it's going to be aggressive. But that's the whole point. You can feel where the blade is. So I think Darren, it's just practice with the angles, and eventually it'll be a really smooth shave. So across the grain this way. This feels great. Absolutely fantastic. Really smooth. So I mean, to go back to where I was left off, I think, where I was talking about you know, a shavette is a shavette and so on. Yes, there are differences. There's weight differences. There can be so many different things that can change the way it feels. But if you're putting a naked edge against the skin, you're going to, you're going to notice that it's aggressive. But once you get the angle right, you can change that aggression. And personally, if you find one shavette more aggressive than the other, yes, it could be down to the design, but that's less likely. I mean, most of these shavettes all look very similar. The only difference with this is probably the weight and the materials used. I've seen lots of razors that are put together like that, with the same system to clamp the blade in place. I think once you've got to the stage of using one of these, it's all about technique. So having said that, I'll probably slice myself to bits now. I've got soap on my hands, soap on the razor. So here we go. Against the grain. There's very little feedback with this, but I can feel it cutting. It's really doing a good job. I mean, that is pretty much BBS, so that is brilliant. Wow. Loving that. Really enjoying using this razor. Thanks, Darren, for pointing me to this. This is a really good razor. So yeah, I think just practice. That's the thing with you learning to use these. These shavettes are less forgiving than a proper straight razor. A proper straight razor needs a bit more investment, but you can get set up for about 50-60 quid with a straight razor and that'll include a strop. If you go over to John June, he'll do that for you. He'll sell you a JJ Shorty and a strop for I can't be certain of the price, but it'll be around the 60 quid mark, I would think. Maybe cheaper, maybe more, I don't know. That's for you to deal with, to ask John. But he will set you up with a really good straight razor with a really good edge and a strop, which that edge will last you for months and months and months if you strop it properly. And that's shaving every day. Right, oh yeah, we're going against the grain. But I mean, the way I would recommend you get into it is to go for one of John's razors, if I'm honest, because these will not forgive you. If you get something wrong, they'll cut you. Whereas if you get something slightly wrong with a straight razor, it doesn't, it kind of almost warns you. So, or it's certainly more forgiving than these. Wow. Excellent shave. Excellent shave. Really enjoying that. So let's put a bit more water on, see what we've got for pickups. But I can tell you this is pretty much BBS now. I may have a few spots. Yeah, going backwards up there, doing my ears again. But that's BBS, that's BBS. Almost completely BBS, apart from just there, and a little bit, tiny little bit of Velcro. That's me being a perfectionist. Oh, and the usual spots right here. So, yeah, I have got a bit of, I mean, look at the lather that's left. I used about half a thumbnail of soap for this, and it produced with about 8 sprays, no, for about 16 sprays of water to get it to the consistency I like for straight shaving. So what's that? That's 8 teaspoons of water. So it's quite a lot of water I've used. I think I'm going to use some alum. Fantastic. I'm really enjoying this razor. I really like it. So, what's everybody been using today? Anything special? Put it down in the comments. Let's just get this bit here. It's all right, I'm being distracted. My son's Google alarm is going off just in the room next door, and it's kind of putting me off a bit. So if I've gone quiet, that's why. I just cut myself. Certain of that. Went in too hard. Only slight, look, there it is, just appearing. Fantastic. Right, that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I'm going to leave it. Oh, that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, hang on. Right, I'm back. Time for the cold rinse, post-shave time. Get some cold water running here. So yeah, what are your plans for this weekend? Have you got anything planned? Wherever you are in the world? As I say, I don't know what the weather's doing here this weekend coming. Oh. Nice cold rinse. That feels great. Right, let's get the alum on and test. Well, that's pretty good. I would say we're about a 2 or a 3 out of 10 evenly all over. No difference. Cheeks to below the jawline. Probably a little bit more below the jawline, but not a lot. It feels fine. And it's dissipating straight away, or at least the burn is leaving straight away. Maybe not so much again against below the jawline. I have to say, that SRX razor for that price is great. I just wanted to show you, I've cleaned it up so it's nice and clean, but you've got 2 little pins there and you slide the half blade, there's like 2 V's in the half blade, and you just slide it up and you bring this over the top, obviously not like that, so you bring that over the top and then shut that Again, not using your thumb below, just the thumb on top, finger on top, and that clamps everything into position. It's really easy. As I say, I haven't got a lot of practice with these, but I would say this is probably one of the best one of this type of shavette that I've used. Does this stand up to the Focus Slim? Yeah, I would say it does, and the Focus Slim is probably about 3 times more expensive than this. This is a great razor. It's a really good shavette. I would, if you're going to get into shavettes, that's definitely one to consider. The burning stopped. The itching's started. If I leave alum on my skin, it just starts to itch. Oh, that feels great. Fantastic. Right. Post-shave filled with Wickhams, you can't go wrong. Fantastic. Well hydrated. Using Thayers Lemon Witch Hazel. I'll get down to the end of this old bottle soon. Oh. Wow. Really nice. Goes really well with the Wickham's Club Cola. I'm finishing off with Duru Lemon Cologne. Well, certainly not finishing off, I've still got the balm to put on, but this is the bit, you know, the aftershave is the bit that smells the longest, I think. Oh, bit of a burn, not much, 1 out of 10. Oh, that smells so nice. Really pleasant scent. Is this as good as the All Seasons? I think I prefer the All Seasons. This is a bit sweeter than the All Seasons, I think, but you can't get the All Seasons. The balm, again, Wickham's Club Cola. And it's more like a gel. Yeah, I'll hold it up so you can see it. So it's more like a gel. Oh wow, what a scent. Oh, absolutely fantastic. I smell like a Club Cola. Fantastic. Right, that's it for the shave today. I'll see you all on Friday for a head shave, and Saturday, I'm not sure what I'm doing on Saturday, but I'll let you know on Friday. But this was a success. The Parker SRX. I'm going to show you, this is the box it comes in. So, really nice. I would recommend this to anybody. And if you're having problems with it, just keep practicing. Just keep practicing and you'll get there. Change out the blades. These Euromax blades in this razor, fantastic. Really, really smooth. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, another great success. I will see you now on Friday for my next head shave. Bye now.